It is official. The Golden State Warriors dynasty is officially over, and the core of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green will most likely be split up going into next season. They lost in the play-in to the Sacramento Kings 118-94, and this game after halftime was never really close. And the biggest storyline of the entire game was Klay Thompson having 0 points in 32 minutes on over 10 shooting from the field and over 6 from 3. Steph Curry kept them in it, and they actually had good performances from Kuminga and Moses Moody, who both had 16 points in limited playing time. But the core pieces of Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond Green let down this Golden State Warriors team again, as they have this entire season. And I think that it is time for the Golden State Warriors to move on from the dynasty core that they have had and that they've held on to for arguably way too long. And if that means they go into a full rebuild by even trading Steph Curry, I think that they have to consider all options, because this team has very few young assets in terms of players and very few future draft picks, as they went all in to compete now with Steph Curry, even trading for an aging Chris Paul last offseason and giving up one of their best young pieces in Jordan Poole. And while Jordan Poole has struggled this season, having him would at least give the Warriors some semblance of hope for the future, that he could potentially still develop into a star player, or at least a good secondary option if they could draft well in the future. But with this Golden State Warriors team struggling as heavily as they had and needing an 8-2 finish to the NBA season to even qualify for the 10 seed in the play-in, and then losing in the first leg of the play-in tournament, they're going to be in the lottery for only the third time in the past 12 years. This is the third time that the Warriors have not made the playoffs since 2012, when Curry, Draymond, and Klay were all still young players in the NBA. And for Golden State fans, it's going to be a tough offseason, because there's a lot of decisions that have to be made for this team that are going to probably, most likely, break up the core that they've been so used to seeing every single season, and that gave them a chance to win every single year. But that core just doesn't give them a chance to be competitive and stay in the playoff hunt year after year as they have before. And even for a basketball fan who's not necessarily a Warriors fan, such as myself, it is tough to see this team go downhill so quickly. And I think that the Warriors have options, but these options are running out of time. If they trade Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, and Klay Thompson for role players that can support Steph Curry, they could still have potentially 1 to 2 more years of somewhat decent regular seasons. But I think that that option is the lesser of their options, and the best option that I see for this Golden State Warriors team is trading everyone, cleaning house, keeping Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga, and completely restarting with the rest of the roster. And that means trading Steph Curry, which was not a popular opinion coming into this year, and giving up Curry, Klay, Draymond, and Andrew Wiggins. And Curry can still net you multiple first-round picks, as the Portland Trailblazers got a lot back for Damian Lillard this last offseason, who is around the same age as Steph Curry and is not even necessarily as productive as Steph can be. And Steph can be a guy that produces a lot for a team that's contending for a championship, but the supporting cast that he has with the Warriors just isn't enough for him to carry this team anymore to a championship. So if the Warriors can trade him and get back multiple first-round picks and get other assets for their other core pieces, then this rebuild can be quickened. But in all honesty, it's going to be hard to get a lot of value back for a lot of these pieces. So it'll be tough decisions in Golden State this offseason, but I think the dynasty is officially over. Let me know what you think in the comments below. God bless you all, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can be one of the first 100 subscribers of this channel. God bless.